afternoon, ladies and gents. I'm Carla M, and we're here live from the Nook with You Got This. You Got This. Today, I'm speaking with a man, few words, but makes great music. This is Frank. Frank is from Damage. G'day, Frank. How you doing?
Hey, Carl. How are everyone out there?
Yeah, all good, all good. So, Frank, I want to know a bit about you. First of all, a little bit of background, a bit of history, just a brief one.
Brief history. I went to high school until about 15 years old and done an apprenticeship as a fitter and turner. I worked in that trade after I qualified as a tradesman for about another 6 or 7 years. I've done odd jobs in the meantime. So that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. And so, just going back a bit before you became a participant at Wild at Heart, what sort of space were you in?
Well, to be honest, I've been hearing voices for 21 years now, and I picked up music about 18 months ago, and about that time I learned about Wild at Heart. So I get some peace of mind when I'm at Wild at Heart or playing guitar or mixing or recording albums. So it's quite addictive.
So, yeah, I hear what you're saying. So, how did you feel the first time you walked in at Wild at Heart? And who put you onto them? How'd you find out about them?
My case manager, he knew that I was playing guitar and doing recordings, writing songs and recording. So he found it on the internet somewhere and printed out a flyer for me.
Yep.
My first experience at Wild at Heart was what you call the warm-up exercises before the sessions.
Yep.
And I wasn't sure what to do or what to think. All these people hooing and jumping around and all this sort of stuff. And I remember I brought one of my mates and we both he looked at me one day and said, "What the hell's going on here?" And I looked back and said, "I don't know." So yeah, they were a pretty lively crowd, and which is good because when we done the gig at St Kilda, I got a raving review from the crowd. So I'm glad that he liked the Yahoo a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Ah, very good. And so, how long have you been playing music?
How long?
Yeah.
Well, I picked the guitar up about 18 months ago. A friend of mine invited me to a blues club, and there was people obviously younger, people my age, but more importantly, people that are older than me, and they were basically volunteering their time. And I heard the blues of these bands playing the blues, and I just went away, and made me thinking about picking up the guitar again after a long break.
And so, Frank, you said you only picked the guitar up 18 months ago.
Yeah.
So, were you into music when you were a kid? You come from
Yeah.
a musical background?
Yeah, my earliest memory as a 5-year-old kid was playing my father's acoustic guitar, and he had pickup, so it was a semi-acoustic. This is 40 years ago, so it was quite an item back then. And instead of having a hole where a normal acoustic guitar has a hole, it had music symbols cut into it. And I always remember that, and I always remember it had a red cord which looked like a pajama cord or a pajama cord. And I thought, yeah. So, I used to play around with that guitar. Obviously, I didn't know how to play it, but that was, my father apparently used to go to the pubs in local country towns with my mother and sing and play guitar. So I assume that's where I got it from. And he basically taught me how to read music, and he used to use memory acronyms like face and every good boy deserves fruit to read sheet music.
Yeah.
and that stuck with me for years and years. And I started teaching that to some friends as well. Yeah, so probably about the age of 15, the next experience was a mate of mine had an electric guitar, and we used to play around on it. Obviously, we couldn't play either, but so yeah, between the ages of maybe 18 and 22, I'm not really sure, but I started taking guitar lessons with my brother and a mate, and we formed a cover band, and we done one gig at a 21st birthday party at the showgrounds, and we sort of expanded after that, and I didn't really touch it from that time on. So yeah, so I'm 54 now, and so it's been 40 years or so. And yeah, so yeah, and I just had a break for a long time and picked it up 18 months ago.
So you said there was a gap, many years gap between fiddling with the guitar, having a couple of lessons, and then coming back just 18 months ago. What was the gap about? What happened there?
Well, this is probably pre that I discovered YouTube. So I used to buy books, and one of my books was Creedence Clearwater Revival. I remember buying, and I just couldn't learn it properly on my own. So yeah, so I discovered YouTube, and they got lessons on basically every song you can think of, and the beauty of it is you can play it, reverse it, play it, reverse it as many times as you like, and your instructor doesn't get upset with you. So yeah, I've learned a lot of songs on YouTube, and so it was a combination of getting back to guitar and discovering YouTube guitar lessons that sort of kicked me off again.
And how was your head, to love music and then to just leave it alone for so many years? What was going on for you mentally then?
Well, I ran a business selling T-shirts, which used to give me some peace of mind. But the virus closed me down overnight. And about the same time, well, yeah, I was sort of winding down the T-shirt business anyway, getting more into music. Yeah, so I started songwriting, like I said, about 18 months ago. I walked past the town hall that I had an experience at one time, and a lyric just jumped in my head. And I thought, well, what's the next lyric? And I found another lyric, and before I knew it, a year later, I had an album. So,
Wow.
yes, I never knew I could write songs. I had no idea. So, Wild at Heart, I wrote 2 songs at Wild at Heart. One's called Roadrunner. A lady helped me write that song, and another song, Heavy Metal Heaven, I wrote at Wild at Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been good. It's been good.
Excellent. What was going on for you? What was really going on for you before you got back into the guitar?
Right. Well, yeah. Yeah, I used to suffer from a lot of paranoia. My head would tell me things that were probably not true. And part of recovering, I suppose, is that I challenge those false beliefs. In other words, I broke the spell that they have over me. Sometimes I get depressed. Sometimes I get angry. I've actually been very angry the last couple of days. I've been trying to get my internet working, and I spent 4 hours on the phone trying to get my internet working. I was angry. Anyways, my mate was here, and I picked up my guitar, and I just played the most angriest song I've ever written, and I just channeled it all out of me. Like the song I'm talking about is called "Eat My Dirt,"
Aha.
and yeah, and it's about a story. Just quickly, we used to go dirt bike riding down the valley, and a mate of mine started a grass fire, and the police helicopter come over the hill. So all my mates, 3 or 4 of them, went one way, and I went the other way. Of course, I was by myself, so the helicopter picked me up. And the chorus is very angry about that, and I find so playing guitar for an angry song is a good channel.
It is. It is. I must admit, I do similar things, except for Metallica Sananga. That's my big loud song, you know. But I might have to pick your song off your album. So, um, how long have you been coming to Wild at Heart?
Approximately a year now. I think it was about October 2019.
Mm-hmm. And were you South Melbourne, Soul Green participant?
Yeah, that's where I started back in the old days when we used to see each other personally.
Yeah. What do you think's the difference between then and now? I mean, apart from we don't have human contact, but
Yeah. Well, I don't feel the same excitement, I suppose, like, but the Zoom has got its own place, it does the job pretty well. They are different, but I can't say one's much greater or better than the other one. They're both pretty functional, I suppose the word is.
yeah, it's a big learning curve for me, I can tell you that. So I think it is for a lot of people, but this could be life as we know it. So you're an inspiration for your music. Where do you find that apart from strutting down the street?
Well, I assume that AC/DC's had a big part to influence me. When I pick a key for a song, doesn't matter what key it is, as long as it's a bit different to the last song I wrote. And then I play around with the chords in that key, and almost 80% of the time I come up with an AC/DC song. I think those buggers would walk down the road before me, Anyway, I told myself, well, if I discovered it, so it's half mine anyway. And so I just changed the chord. I might keep the chords and change the rhythm of it, or I might change the chords a little bit to make it my own.
Yeah.
So AC/DC were a great influence. My mum reckons I'm a cross between Jimmy Barnes, AC/DC, and the Sex Pistols.
Well, 3 great bands. What can I say?
So the Jimmy Barnes, because when I'm in the recording studio, I really get carried away and really sing as hard and as loud as I can.
Yeah.
So I can see that aspect. And obviously AC/DC with the electric guitar chords. And my producer says a few times that you're definitely punk genre. So yeah.
Yeah, I can tell that by the album. Have you got a copy of that to hold up?
Have I? Yeah, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it.
Beautiful. Can see it, definitely. Hang on, hold it up.
Okay, that's that cover I designed myself.
Nice.
It says Dammy. It's got a microphone with a flame and a lightning bolt handle. And this cover was designed by a person on Facebook from Africa.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool. It cost me $45 to do the back cover. And obviously the front one cost me free.
The beauty of being creative. Fantastic. Yeah. So Frank, what song are you going to play for me today?
I like rock guitar. It's a story about a guitar I got as a present for my birthday, pretty close to not last February, the February before.
Mm-hmm.
I like most of the songs, but rock guitar just came to me for some reason. So.
All right. Well, how about we go? Go for it.
Cool.
It's a rock guitar I've been playing so far. He was a present from my relatives and ma. I use with rhythm that I've been given. I go busking to make dollars. I play to white collars. I stays in tune and rocks the room. It has a shoulder strap. It comes in black. It is a rock guitar that I've been playing so far. It is a rock guitar that I've been playing so far. Amp or acoustic, it still makes music. Got it from a country town. They don't mess around. Can't put it down. After a night on the town. Got the blues. That's the good news. After the club, I give it a good rub. I practice with my friends till I get the bends. It is a rock guitar that I've been playing so far. It is a rock guitar that I've been playing so far. Stops me from betting. The drum machine keeps the guitar clean. It packs a mic I've grown to like. The input jack provides the feedback. The leads allow my guitar to be free. The strings produce a wild thing. My rock guitar is getting good stead so far. My rock guitar is kept in good stead so far. Too hot to go to school. Too cold to go to school. I like to break a rule. The principal is a tool. Got caught smoking. Lunchtime toking. Got the strap. Hangs in my lap. New school is cool. New school is cool. New school is cool. New school is cool. Had a girlfriend, we used to pretend. Pac-Man is our wagging game. Have to have something to blame. Got in a couple of fights. Things were not alright. Went to a new school. Everything was cool. New school is cool. New school is cool. New school is cool. New school is cool. The girls used to come around. No time to mess around. Can't wait to get on the dole. Here I am in bearing my soul. No son of mine is not going to work. Wanted to be just like the Turks. New school is cool. New school is cool. New school is cool. New school is cool. Used to throw dummy kicks at my friend's head. He never used to see red. He was too scared. Me and my friend were the toughest in school. At business he was no fool. He died at the age of 42. He was no better than me and you. New school is cool. New school is cool. New school my mother rang. No uniforms was quite a blast. One of the traditions from the past. 2 girls for every boy. I was as popular as a kid's new toy. New school is cool. New school is cool. New school is cool. New school is cool. The teacher said I was well read. Gave me a big head. No more grey trousers and black shoes. Now just one of the crew. No more class segregation or personal degradation. Once was a tech, the other a high. Had to say goodbye. Left in his hand to work with the men.
you so much for sharing that with us and sharing a bit of your personal life.
Yeah.
And how can people get in contact with you if they're wanting to buy your CDs?
Yeah, sure. Physical CDs, you can contact me at franklinehan73@gmail.com. Or if you want to do a digital download of the album, you can go to Bandcamp and type in Damage 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure. And till we meet again, thank you very much. Take care. And cheers. Thanks,
Thanks,
Frank.
Carla.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you. See ya.
See ya.
It's a rock guitar. I've been playing so far. He was a present